Hi, nurses. This is your Catholic nurse coach, Nicole Haugen, wife, mom, and nurse. And today we're going to talk about how to balance emotional guilt of working and leaving your kids at home, or the guilt of letting your colleagues be short staffed and then your patients suffer. I had posted on Facebook about questions that people would have and things they would want to be coached through, and this was one of them. And a couple people chimed in and said, yeah, that's the same thing I'm going through. So I thought I would do just a short video. It was in my workshop video. And if you want access to that, I can put the link tree in the comments where you can sign up to get the recording of that workshop. But this is just a shortened version of that one question. So again, the question was how to balance the emotional guilt of working and leaving your kids at home, or the guilt of letting your colleagues be short-staffed and letting your patients suffer. So you guys can see all this. Move this a bit. So first we're going to start with the unintentional model. Okay. So when you have an unintentional model, it's the thoughts that just come up really quickly. And unless you have awareness of your thoughts that you don't want or your results that you want to change, that's your unintentional model. Like, that's what I do as a coach, is to help you become more aware of those unintentional thoughts and how to change them so you get the results you want in your life. So, unintentional model, you work as a nurse. Okay. And you can put in there where you work, how many hours a week you work. And your thought that you have when you feel guilty for leaving your kids at home, usually the driving thought for me was always, I'm a bad mom. Or another one was, a good mom would be at home with her kids. Okay, so thought, I'm a bad mom. That thought makes me feel guilty. From there, when my actions are when I'm at work, I think about the kids. I'm sitting there sending texts to my husband all day long, like micromanaging him. I spin an overwhelm. I think of all the things I need to do, especially when I get home. I wouldn't plan out my day. I wouldn't plan out my food, therefore I'd overeat. When I would get home, I would yell at the husband and kids. I was good about pointing out all the things that didn't get done that were on the list, or the things that I had texted during the day that, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Which led me to showing up like a bad mom, right? Because our thoughts always get us our results. So when I think I'm a bad mom, I show up in a way that proves to myself that I'm a bad mom. So again, process that. I talk about more of that in my workshop. Process that, sit with that feeling. How does that guilt feel? Where is that at in my body? Get really curious. Why am I feeling guilty? Okay, we know it's our thought, I'm a bad mom, but why am I choosing to think that? How is that thought serving me? Okay, then when you're ready, we can move into an intentional model. So this is how we would like to show up. So again, we have the same situation. We work as a nurse, however many hours a week, wherever that's at, however that looks like. Your thought could be that you want to change. Instead of thinking, I'm a bad mom, we could work towards, I'm learning how to be present with my kids. Okay, another thought we could think is, I'm learning how to be a good mom. Okay, I'm learning how to be present with my kids. Then one of the feelings you might have is present, calm, curious, peaceful, free. But for me, mainly it was free. Okay, you can again put in whatever you want, but for me, it was free. I felt free. When I feel like I'm learning something, it gives me the opening to make mistakes, right? Because I'm just learning. So I feel free. When I feel free, I'm calmer. I don't yell. I'm a lot nicer to myself. I'm more forgiving of myself, my husband, and my kids. I eat on plan. I shut off my work phone. I'm better about not checking in and not going there because I'm learning to be present with my kids. And then your result is you're learning to be present for yourself, and you're learning to be present for your kids, which ultimately is proving that you are a good mom. The second part of that question was talking about the guilt of letting colleagues be in short staff and patient suffering. So again, your unintentional model would be you have a day off from the clinic, hospital, wherever you work, home health, wherever. Your thought is patients are suffering. And that's just a thought because we don't know that. You're not there. You don't know that they're suffering. You're just thinking that they're suffering. So you feel guilt. From the thought, patients are suffering, you feel guilt. So your actions are, probably I was good at this too. I would sit there on my computer, check emails, check labs, respond to text messages and emails because you don't want anybody to wait. You don't want to feel guilty. You don't want that guilt feeling, right? So you snap and yell at your husband because can't you see I'm busy working? You're frantic at home. I would sit and spin, trying to get everything done at once and getting nothing done at once. And then, which ultimately I would overeat. Some of you might overdrink instead. I like overeat. I would eat sweets because I don't want to feel guilty. So then the result is you are suffering, right? Currently in the present state of this, you're suffering. You're not showing up. You're not being intentional. So again, just sitting with that, feeling the guilt. Why are you choosing to think that patients are suffering? You have no control over that. You're not working, right? Even if you check that lab or respond to an email, that's not going to make their day better. You're just trying to relieve that guilt feeling. So again, I would just sit with the guilt feeling. I would feel where it's at in my body. After about 90 seconds, feelings pass. And then you can move on with your day. Or you can continue to feel guilty, and that's fine if that's where you're at for that day. That's fine too. But the main focus is just to pinpoint what thought is driving that feeling. Okay, because once we get good at recognizing our thoughts, we get good at feeling our feelings, we get good at slowing things down, and we get good at shifting into what do we want to think. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I offer one-on-one coaching. I do 12 weeks at a time with a person, and you can sign up for that on my website. Again, I'll try to put the tree link below where you can see more information. I have a free discovery call for you to sign up for that to see if I'm the right coach for you. And I'll be praying for you, and let's go change our lives.